What's up, miss me? No, I'm joking. Well, wait, why am I glitching for? Trust me, I'm real, not AI. But another episode of Apprentice last night. This time it's discount buying, episode 3. One of my favorite ones, one that I PM'd on before. Let's get into it. But before I do, I'm putting myself mad close because I don't want you to see the next word of my screen. But basically, the candidates have to sit down and discuss the 9 items they have to collect. But I was baffled why some of the team members did not know what this is. Do you know what this is? Well, apparently some of the guys in the Apprentice didn't. In fact, I really didn't want to bait him out, but Frederick, man, I'm gonna have to call you out still. How do you not know what this is, Frederick? Maybe because I'm vegan, maybe I know what rhubarb is, do you get what I mean? And maybe because I had a brethren called Ruben who we called rhubarb, I don't know. But yeah, man like Dean decided to be PM for his team, you know, put across a good case, all the team were happy for it. And when he decided to pick his sub-team leader, he picked Mia. Now Malika popped up like, raw, I want to be sub-team leader. So they did a vote, unfortunately Malika got no votes. Then she goes, right, should we do another vote then? And then obviously you got people saying like, right, read the room, do you get what I mean? I rate Malika for putting herself forward, yeah? What am I trying to say? Oh, scratch that. Yeah, but basically, in other words, her team basically said, allow it. But anyway, big up Malika. And yeah, another item that gave me jokes was the pocket watch. Because Dean walked into the shop like, bro, how do you know this is a pocket watch? Then Donnie said, oh, because it can fit in your pocket. So anyway, I'm about to put y'all on free game now. So like Malika's team was smart. They thought, okay, they can save money by offering to pick it themselves, which is good. But you got to think the time it's going to take you to pick the rhubarb might not even make it worth it. So I like the outside of the box thinking, but the time it takes to pick the rhubarb yourself, it ain't worth the time, the money you're saving. Do you get what I mean? And of course, they ended up picking too much. Supposed to only be 5 kilograms, they picked like 5.7 or whatever it is. So not only you haven't got the time, you haven't got expertise either. Do you get what I mean? So I like that outside the box thinking, but sometimes you got to be in the box. Can I say that? Yeah, I can say that. Be in the box. And of course, I can't continue without mentioning this moment right here. Because Nadia, imagine, she goes to the brother who's shearing the sheep and said, how much are you going to cost? Donnie says, I think like 20, 25 pounds. She goes, all right then, I'm going to make you an offer. £1.50. Like, bro, she went from £20 to £1.50. That is brazy. That's basically like 90% off, like 92, 94% off. Depending on if it was 20 or 25 pounds. But anyway, do you know what I mean? That's brazy. You're basically saying that, look, F you, F your sales. I want 90% off. Do you get what I mean? Now, but I rate the audacity. Do you get what I mean? I love the, where have I got, why do I keep disappearing? Anyway, but I'm still here. Yeah, since we're talking about percentages, I need to give a big shout out to Johnny. It didn't work, but I like the way, again, thinking outside the box. Instead of walking into the shop saying he wants a particular monetary figure off the item, he walked in with saying he wants a particular percentage of the item. Because he's saying that if you get a percentage of the item, it can be more than a monetary. So I like the way he kind of thought outside the box of it. It didn't work, he never land. Sugar got onto him, but again, it's the outside the box thinking that I like it. That's why he's got that smile, because he knows what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, like I said, I'm giving y'all some free game here because this is a discount buying task. What people need to clock is that sometimes when you're going to buy the item, if it costs too much, don't buy it and just eat the fine. Do you know what I mean? If the fine's £80, but the item's going to cost £100, you're better off not taking the item that's taking £80 fine. Do you get what I mean? So case in point, Dean's team basically went to go and buy a 18 karat gold pocket watch. Now, 18 carats, that's a lot. Do you get what I mean? So they're better off eating the fine instead of buying it. Do you get what I mean? I think it was going to cost them, say, 150. The fine would have been less than that, so you're better off just taking a fine. But fortunately, they thought smart and thought, let's not get it anyway, so that was good. And no, man, I'm not dumb. I know it's not 18 carats. I'm trying to be funny, man, with the carats. And in fact, listen, I'm smart, man. I was living in Cyprus, traveling to Cyprus with it. I know the history. They used to weigh gold using carob seeds. But of course, over time, we've adapted it to carats. So that's why gold's measured in carats. Not only am I giving you free game in Apprentice, I'm giving you free game in weight. Do you get what I mean? Moving kilos, and I'm joking. Yeah, so another bit of game. Obviously, the team had to go and get concave shoes, which are basically horseshoes. And like, again, game, I'm giving y'all free game. Like, you don't have to, when you go there, don't ask them for the premium. Ask them if they got a broke down horseshoe in the back. Do you get what I mean? So luckily, I think it was Jordan's team. They noticed they had the old rusty ones. So you're better off just quickly getting the rusty ones instead of paying big money for the premium ones. Because at the end of the day, they said discount buying, you just get things as cheap as possible. So don't say I don't put y'all on game. Anyway, get this dusty Ross foot off my page, man. Square. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, it was Carlo that got the finger. It's Carlo that got fired. It was Carlo encouraged his words. I had to allow it. Do you know what I mean? But Carlo, it was fun to watch. You know what I mean? Like, I know I said the bars at the beginning when I was introducing the candidates. Man like Carlo, how far does the car go? But now we know it was only until week 3. It's like, you know, he made a mistake when he said that he wants to have a role this week. He said, you know, I can be PM or sub team. Now I say it with chest that you want to be PM. Do you know what I mean? Don't say you want to be just not as convincing. So I guess, you know what, he never had the ballroom, literally speaking. He never had the dressing room behind him. But Carlo, all the best. You know what I mean? He was entertaining on your fight episode afterwards as well. But unfortunately, Carlo, this week you had to allow it.
Also shopping and you didn't buy anything.